The Andy Griffith Show, a beloved sitcom from the 1960s, had a great cast including Andy Griffith, Don Knotts, Frances Bavier, and Ron Howard. It won Emmys and ran for 8 seasons with 249 episodes. Fans could still watch reruns after it ended. Learn fun facts about the show and what happened to the cast after it went off the air. The Andy Griffith Show was actually a spin-off. In an episode of The Danny Thomas Show, Danny is pulled over by Mayberry's sheriff, played by Andy Griffith. This inspired producers to give Griffith his own show, which became a beloved classic. Andy Griffith Show's opening credits wouldn't have been the same without Ron Howard's rock throwing, but did you know he needed help? Assistant director Bruce Bilson sent a crew member to hide and throw the rock for the young Opie Taylor. How cute! Hashtag Classic TV Hashtag Andy Griffith Show. Andy Griffith and Don Knotts were not just comedic partners, but the best of friends both on and off screen. Their friendship began before their hit show even started, rooted in their painful childhoods in the South. Despite leading different lives, they remained close until Don's death from lung cancer in his early 50s. Don Knotts, best known for his role as Barney Fife on The Andy Griffith Show, wasn't always planned to be a regular cast member. Despite appearing in almost every episode, Knotts shot the pilot without a formal contract. Impressed by his performance, producers offered him a contract the next day to play Barney Fife in all future episodes. Breaking news. The Andy Griffith Show has finally come to an end, but not before leaving its mark on television history. The show was a ratings success from 1960 to 1968, and even its final season topped the charts. It joins the ranks of I Love Lucy and Seinfeld as the only shows to go out on top. Although it may seem immortal, the show's legacy will continue to live on. Stay tuned for more exclusive content. The Mayberry Patrol car, a Ford Galaxie 500, was an iconic part of the Andy Griffith Show. The show's producers reportedly received a free replacement model each time a new version of the car came out from a local dealership, which is why the car always looked brand new. Cars played an important part in the show, with some of the best episodes centered around them. The Andy Griffith Show theme song still a popular tune decades after the show ended. Music producer Earl Hagen composed and whistled the iconic melody. The show's producers decided to use whistling instead of singing for the opening song. The original lyrics by Dorothy Fields were never used in the show. Follow us for more exclusive content. Mayberry, the beloved town in the Andy Griffith Show, never actually existed. The town's exterior was filmed in Culver City, California, and the interior sets were created at Desilu Studios, founded by Lucille Ball and Desi Arnaz. Despite rumors that it was based on Griffith's hometown, he denied it. The studio was known for its sitcoms but best known for being the home of the Andy Griffith Show. Andy Griffith portrayed the ideal father figure on TV, but his interactions with Ron Howard on The Andy Griffith Show were inspired by Griffith's own father. Griffith and Howard drew from their real-life experiences to keep the father-son relationship genuine on the show. Remember Gomer Pyle from The Andy Griffith Show? He was the simple-minded gas station attendant turned auto mechanic who provided much of the comic relief on the show. His character was so popular, he even got his own spin-off show, Gomer Pyle USMC, where he played a naive recruit in close contact with a fierce sergeant who ridicules him for his idiocy. In early episodes of The Andy Griffith Show, Andy Taylor was meant to be the funny one, but producers changed their minds and gave the role to Barney Fife. This turned Andy into the setup man and Barney into the funny man. Although Barney's energetic fumbling was a hit with audiences, actor Don Knotts was actually shy and soft-spoken in real life. Despite this, he loved playing the iconic character of Barney Fife. In a surprising twist, it turns out that Andy Griffith's hand was actually injured while filming the second season of The Andy Griffith Show. He apparently punched a wall out of frustration, and wore a cast in 2 episodes of the show, explaining his bandaged hand. So, next time you watch Aunt Bee the Warden or The County Nurse, keep an eye out for the bandage. Legendary show, The Andy Griffith Show broke the mold with its spin-off, Mayberry RFD, after its main character left. The show focused on small-town life instead of law enforcement and featured many returning supporting characters. Sadly, it only lasted 3 seasons before being cancelled in 1971. Breaking news. The Andy Griffith Show was one of the most beloved sitcoms of all time, and now we know something new about it. While the majority of its episodes were broadcast in black and white, its final season was shown in full color. This change happened during a pivotal time of transition in America, along with other TV shows that were also adopting the new format. The show ran from 1960 to 1968, and its last 90 episodes were filmed in color. Andy Griffith, the award-winning actor, was famous for his folksy character roles in TV shows such as The Andy Griffith Show and Matlock. He won a Tony Award in 1944 and died at age 86 in 2012 of heart failure. Ron Howard started as a child actor, playing Opie Taylor on The Andy Griffith Show. He later starred in Happy Days and became an acclaimed Hollywood director, winning an Oscar for A Beautiful Mind. All this success started when he was just 6 years old. Frances Bavier, known for playing Aunt Bee on The Andy Griffith Show, was already a legendary Broadway actress when the show premiered in 1960. She won an Emmy Award in 1968 for supporting actress. Bavier retired from acting after the show ended and passed away in 1989. Barney Fife's middle name has been a mystery to fans of the classic TV show, but it turns out the actor who played him, Don Knotts, gave different answers. In some episodes, it was Oliver, while in others it was Milton. The show's writers never came to a conclusion, but Knotts' comedic talent and the show's popularity is what really mattered. Beloved Deputy Sheriff Barney Fife, played by Don Knotts, wasn't a full-time cast member on The Andy Griffith Show for every season due to pursuing a film career. Despite this, he continued to make guest appearances and even appeared in the first episode of Mayberry RFD. As we mentioned, Don Knotts left his role as Barney Fife on The Andy Griffith Show to pursue a film career. He returned in 1966 and 1967 for 2 more seasons, earning 2 more Emmy Awards for Outstanding Performance in a Supporting Role in a Series. Don Knotts returned to TV in 1981 for the role of landlord Ralph Furley on Three's Company. Years after his death in 2006, TV Guide included Don Knotts on the 50 Greatest TV Stars of All Time list. You may also like Incredible Things Found Only in the City of Dubai. Actress Frances Bavier, known for playing Aunt Bee on The Andy Griffith Show, was rumored to be difficult to work with due to her experience in feature films and stage productions. Bavier and Griffith reportedly had a strained relationship during the series, with Griffith later admitting he should have been more understanding of her sensitivity. Bavier sent Griffith a letter apologizing before passing away from cancer. Griffith and Knotts signed 5-year contracts for The Andy Griffith Show. Knotts pursued other opportunities, signing with Universal, but when Griffith extended the series 3 more years, Knotts was contractually obligated to Universal and had to leave the show. Helen Crump was only supposed to make 1 appearance on The Andy Griffith Show, but her great chemistry with the main character turned her into a regular cast member. Annetta Corsat's character quickly gained popularity with audiences, leading producers to make her a permanent fixture on the hit television series. In Mayberry, Clint Howard played Leon, a peanut butter and jelly-loving cowboy who rarely spoke on the show. Ron Howard's real-life brother made several appearances and was only 2 years old when he first appeared. The child actor went on to become an accomplished star himself. 60-year-old mystery solved. Mr. Schwamp, a beloved character on The Andy Griffith Show, has finally been identified. Despite appearing on the show for years, he had no lines and remained unknown until recently. His identity has now been uncovered, delighting fans of the show. Stay tuned for more updates. In the popular 1960s TV show, The Andy Griffith Show, Barney frequently referred to his boss as Ange, much to the confusion of viewers. However, it turns out that this nickname was just another example of the close bond between Andy and Barney, who were like brothers and always hanging out together. Ange is actually an amalgamation of the first parts of Andy and Griffith. Actress Eleanor Donahue, known for her portrayal of Ellie Walker on The Andy Griffith Show, wasn't well liked by the writers. She even requested to be let go from her 3-year contract. Donahue and Andy Griffith mutually agreed to end the contract, while Griffith's strong on-screen chemistry with Annetta Corsott extended off-screen as well. The creator of the classic sitcom The Andy Griffith Show, Andy Griffith, didn't want live audiences during filming. He aimed to create an authentic small-town feel and kept the cast focused on acting instead of worrying about the audience. To avoid issues with filming on a soundstage, each episode was filmed on location and the laugh track was added later in post-production. Actor Howard McNear suffered a stroke while playing Floyd the Barber on the hit TV show. Despite his physical limitations, he was welcomed back and continued to play a memorable character, thanks to the help of a stool that made it look like he was standing. Don Knotts' portrayal of Barney Fife on The Andy Griffith Show was beloved by viewers, but when he left the show in Season 5, producers struggled to fill his shoes. They tried introducing a new character, Warren Ferguson, but he was poorly received and ultimately written out after only 11 episodes. Knotts' performance as Fife was truly irreplaceable. Actress Joanna Moore, who played Nurse Peggy on The Andy Griffith Show, was married to Hollywood star Ryan O'Neal during her time on the show. The couple had 2 children together, including Tatum O'Neal, who holds the record for youngest competitive Oscar winner. Moore also starred in a number of other popular TV shows during her career. Andy Griffith fans, listen up. Mayberry had a different name when first filming began. MT Pilot was floated as a name but was vetoed by Andy. Eventually, the creatives settled on Mayberry, as they established it was a town in North Carolina. Andy Griffith's wife, Barbara, made a brief appearance on the show in Season 4 as a member of the Mayberry Choir. Her character, Sharon, had one line apologizing to the choir director. This was Barbara's only television credit, drawing from her own choir days at Chapel Hill where she met Andy. Frances Bavier, best known for her role as Aunt Bee, actually played a different character in the pilot episode of The Andy Griffith Show. Bavier portrayed Mrs. Henrietta, a widow renting a suit for her husband's funeral. Her role was later changed to become the beloved Aunt Bee that viewers know and love. Joanna Moore, known for playing Peggy on The Andy Griffith Show, made history in the episode Opie's Rival by being the first woman to wear pants on the show. In 1962, this was a significant step towards accepting pants as a female fashion choice. Stay tuned for more exclusive content. Paul Hartman, famous for playing Emmett Clark on The Andy Griffith Show, was the first man to win a Tony for Best Actor in a Musical. He won for Angel in the Wings with his wife, who later won Best Actress in a Musical. A talented cast indeed. Actor Howard McNear suffered a stroke while playing Floyd Lawson in The Andy Griffith Show. Despite this, the crew loved him in the role and adjusted the character to fit him, resulting in Floyd sitting for most of his screen time. This was tragically the last major role of McNear's career. Betty Lynn, best known as Thelma Lou from The Andy Griffith Show, made only $500 per episode for her recurring role as Barney Fife's love interest. She appeared in 26 episodes between 1961 and 1966, but when Knotts left the show, her character was mostly written off. This seems like a small paycheck compared to today's popular sitcom salaries. Actors from the show retire to real-life Mayberry. The fictional town was inspired by Mayberry in North Carolina, Andy Griffith's hometown. Betty Lynn and Frances Bavier also retired to nearby towns. Mayberry clearly left an impression on its cast. Andy Griffith denied the show was based on his North Carolina hometown, but evidence suggests otherwise. In one episode, a Mount Airy directory is used as a Mayberry phone book. This suggests inspiration was taken from Mount Airy for the show. Mayberry's mystery of Nice Dress Nellie has been solved, kind of. The background character appeared in countless episodes of the show, but her identity remained a secret. It was recently revealed that her last name was Marvel, but her first name remains unknown. Fans are still intrigued by this mysterious figure of Mayberry. Did you know that some of your favorite episodes from The Andy Griffith Show were written by the same writer as Saved by the Bell? Sam Bobrick not only wrote hilarious Barney episodes, but also wrote some of the show's later color episodes. He even wrote a song that Elvis Presley sang in the 60s. Find out more about this multi-talented writer. James Best landed a role on a show by lying about his guitar skills. He couldn't actually play, but the show worked around it with a hidden musician. Best defended himself, stating he only said he owned guitars. Lesson: don't lie on your resume. Follow for exclusive content. In Mayberry, two of Andy's girlfriends lived in the same house. Helen Crump and Peggy McMillan both resided in the 323 house, which was also where Andy met his future wife, Ellie. True fans of The Andy Griffith Show will remember this iconic location. Announcer Colin Mayle of The Andy Griffith Show made a rare on-screen appearance. He appeared in an episode where he fined Andy for fishing without a license. Fans may recognize his voice but now also his face. Stay tuned for more exclusive content. Andy Griffith, the star of The Andy Griffith Show, spent $500,000 on a restored vintage car. Citing his love of cars, the actor collected vintage cars and had this particular drop top restored to a king's standard. The car was donated to an Indiana car museum before it was bought by another buyer. Welcome, today we have an interesting story for you. During a Christmas party, Andy and Barney received a funny greeting from the incarcerated Hubacher brothers. Instead of holding a grudge, they sent letters regaling the duo with tales from prison. In the episode, Andy reads it aloud, "Merry Christmas from State Prison," but the card actually said, "Greetings from State Prison." This small mistake was unnoticed, but the Hubachers' gesture was remembered. In the 60s and 70s, popular TV shows like Seinfeld were often given new names for reruns. The Andy Griffith Show, which aired from 1960 to 1968, became Andy of Mayberry in daytime reruns from 1964 to 1970. After leaving prime time, the show went back to its original name. Jerry Van Dyke, known for his role in Coach, once turned down a full-time job offer on the legendary series, The Andy Griffith Show. Van Dyke declined in favor of starring in My Mother the Car, which lasted only 1 year, leaving him with regret for his decision. Late actor and music graduate Andy Griffith was born in North Carolina in 1926. He was the only child of his parents and studied music at the University of North Carolina, graduating in 1949 with a bachelor's degree. Andy Griffith, the beloved actor known for his role as Sheriff Andy Taylor on The Andy Griffith Show, was exempt from military service due to a childhood injury. Doctors discovered a herniated disc in his back during a medical evaluation. He fell off a tire swing as a child, which caused the injury. Griffith turned 18 and was required to register for the military, but ultimately did not have to serve. Andy, a former drama and music teacher, left his job at Goldsboro High School in North Carolina to pursue a career as a monologue performer. After 5 live performances, he overcame his stage fright and found success. In marriage news, a man tied the knot 3 times. His first marriage lasted over 20 years, his second for 8, and his third for almost 30. He adopted 2 children throughout his marriages. Stay tuned for more exclusive content. Andy Griffith, known for his role in The Andy Griffith Show, had 2 children, Dixie Nan Griffith and Andy Samuel Sam Griffith Jr. He adopted both of them, with Dixie being born in 1960 and adopted shortly after, and Sam being adopted a year after he was born by Andy's first wife, Barbara. These were the only children he had. Tragedy strikes Hollywood legend Andy Griffith as his only son, Sam, has passed away at just 37 years old. Sam had struggled with addiction and had a troubled past, including a previous arrest for domestic violence and his wife's miscarriage. Our hearts go out to the Griffith family during this difficult time. A man named Andy did not attend his son's funeral due to the pain it caused him. According to his daughter, it was not his fault and it affected him deeply. His daughter attended, but Andy felt it wasn't a good place for him due to the media. In other news, Dixie, the daughter of actor Andy Griffith, has revealed that she worked as an apprentice on 2 of her father's made-for-TV films, but ultimately chose not to pursue a career in film herself. Dixie lived a very private life and decided to honor that by pursuing a different path than her famous father. Stay tuned for more updates. Actor Andy Griffith once sued a man who changed his name to Andy Griffith to run for sheriff. The actor was upset, but the lawsuit was later dropped and the man lost the election. Breaking news: iconic actor and comedian, Andy Griffith, died at 86 due to a heart attack in his home on Roanoke Island. Fans were confused after his death, but it was expected as he had health issues in old age. Stay tuned for updates. Breaking news: actor Andy Griffith's burial has left many confused due to its rushed nature. The burial took place on his private estate property, less than 5 hours after his passing. Fans expected more fanfare for someone of his fame and rumors of testing to be done. Stay tuned for updates. Iconic actor Andy Griffith was known for his private life, leading many to speculate over the quickness of his death and burial. It's possible his wishes or those of his family influenced the private ceremonies, as sharing grief with the world can be tough. Stay tuned for more news and exclusive content. Ron Howard has spoken out about his childhood mentor, Andy Griffith, in his recent memoir. Howard reveals that his opinion of Griffith remained unchanged into adulthood, describing him as warm-hearted and kind. The two teamed up again in 1986 for a reunion movie, discovering that Griffith had not changed in the slightest. Howard describes the experience as a relief, confirming that his childhood memories of the actor had not been romanticized. Ron Howard, born on March 1, 1954 in Oklahoma, was raised by parents who were both in the entertainment industry. His mother was an actress and professional photographer, while his father was a successful actor and director. The family eventually moved to Los Angeles to pursue their acting dreams. Actor Ron Howard was no stranger to the spotlight, as he appeared in his first film at just 18 months old. He made his stage debut at the age of 2 and began making frequent TV appearances. His performance in The Journey earned him regular roles on CBS's Playhouse 90, catching the eye of producer Sheldon Leonard, who cast him in The Andy Griffith Show. Legendary actor and director, Ron Howard, has praised his father for being a supportive force in his decision to become an actor. According to Ron, his father never pushed him into the profession, but instead discussed the decision in a respectful manner. In fact, Rance Howard even influenced the character of Opie in The Andy Griffith Show to be more respectful towards his father. Ron credits his father for helping shape his career in a positive way. In 1960, Ron Howard made his debut as Opie on The Andy Griffith Show, becoming an integral part of the series. The father-son dynamic between Opie and Griffith's character captured hearts, and Opie helped teach viewers important life lessons. Howard's parents ensured their son's success did not come at the cost of his childhood. Despite his busy schedule on The Andy Griffith Show, they limited Howard's outside work and allowed him to experience a typical upbringing. Howard was bullied for his role as Opie in public school, despite adult praise. Later in life, he opened up about feeling ashamed and embarrassed among peers for his success. A new passion was sparked for filmmaker Ron Howard during his time at John Burroughs High. He began to experiment with amateur filmmaking and felt at home behind the camera. Howard questioned the film crew on different sets and realized his passion was behind the cameras, as a director. Ron Howard's acting career took off with his leading role as Richie Cunningham in the TV series Happy Days. He also appeared in television movies and a major motion picture. Howard withdrew from USC to learn the filmmaking business on the job. In 1975, Happy Days star Howard married his high school sweetheart, Cheryl Alley. The couple has been married for 47 years and have 4 children. They are still going strong. Howard leaves Happy Days after feeling overshadowed by Fonzie. He says he holds no grudges and it reminded him to pursue his own dreams. Actor Ron Howard reveals the backstory of his film career, crediting Hollywood movie producer Roger Corman for jump-starting his directorial debut in Grand Theft Auto. Howard starred in Corman's Eat My Dust in exchange for assistance directing his own film. Although he hated it, Eat My Dust became a hit. Howard remains grateful for Corman's help and this opportunity. Stay tuned for more exclusive content. Released in 1977 with a modest budget of $602,000, Grand Theft Auto was a box office hit, grossing $15 million and opened the door to director Ron Howard's career. It also led him to start his own production company, Major H Productions, with family as staff. Iconic actor turned filmmaker, Ron Howard's humble beginnings in Hollywood included acting gigs. Howard's last acting role was in 1979, when he signed an exclusive contract to become a full-time executive director for NBC. In 1981, Howard met future partner, Brian Grazer, and together directed and produced the box office hit, Splash, before officially co-founding Imagine Films Entertainment in 1986. Howard's directing career has been successful, with box office hits like Apollo 13 and The Da Vinci Code. He's won 2 Academy Awards, 4 Emmys, and more. He even has 2 stars on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. Plus, check out some cool things you'll only find in Dubai.